Welcome, Dr. Kamalkant, sir.
Sir, my HOD,
Yeah.
my HOD.
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, audible. But your video is muted.
I couldn't hear.
Yeah. Am I audible, ma'am?
You are audible, sir, but your video is muted.
Yeah. I just keep my video on.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope my screen is shared and you are able to see the screen also.
Yes, we can able to see the screen also, sir.
Okay.
But your face is not clear, sir.
Actually, I was in meeting, so just come after the meeting. That's why. Might be.
No, in the background it is showing some image. Under that your face being seen.
Your face is not clear, sir. We can't able to see your face clearly.
I don't know why you're not able to see the face clearly, but anyhow. Now it's better?
No.
Now it's better?
Much better, sir, but it was not clear out.
Not clear.
Your screen, your computer screen is being.
Might be. That's the reason.
Yes, sir. Now it is okay. Again, it is increasing.
Yeah. Might be there's a problem in the net also. There's a possibility.
Okay, ma'am, shall we start? HOD, ma'am?
Ma'am, shall we start, ma'am?
HOD, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So good afternoon to everyone gathered here. On behalf of Academic and Administrative Development Center and Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, AMED deemed to be university, myself, Rajeshri, Assistant Professor at EEE Department, welcome you all for the 8 days Faculty Development Program on ICT Integrated Evaluation in Outcome-Based Education, sponsored by AIU Ministry of Science. I would like to take benefit of this occasion to convey our greetings to Honorable Chancellor Dr. J. Ramachandran, acclaimed Pro-Chancellor Dr. Rajesh Ramachandran, admired Pro-Chancellor Academics Colonel Dr. G. Tiruvasagam, Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor V. Rajendran, respected Vice President Academics Dr. Deepa Rajesh, eminent Registrar Dr. R. Muttedilan, Additional Registrar Dr. Sangeeta Albin, Dean International Relations Dr. T. Sasilata, heads of other department of AMET, eminent professors and faculty. It is a great pleasure to welcome our invited speakers. We are grateful to the dignitaries for extending their enormous support in organizing this FDP program. I am proud to convey that this program provides a comprehensive framework for ICT, which plays an important role in assessing achievement for learners and finding out their grades and moving from traditional direct approach to student-centered approach and increased emphasis on individual programs of learning. I take this opportunity to welcome all the participants from various parts of our country, all my colleagues of AMET and other institutions for this FDP program. Now, I extend my cordial welcome to our department head, Dr. V. Sridevi, to brief about the program.
Ma'am, Sridevi, ma'am.
A very good afternoon to one and all present here. So Happy New Year 2024 to all of you. So it's my great privilege to brief about this program. This ICT, this is actually an AIU sponsored faculty development program going to happen for 8 days on the topic ICT integrated evaluation in outcome-based education from 5th to 12th of January 2024. So we have eminent guest speakers across India, not only from India, so we have guest speakers even from United Kingdom too. So this outcome-based education, we all know this is the need of the hour, where everybody we are delving into this outcome-based education. I hope this uh, faculty development program really it will add or it will develop whatever the evaluation and the assessment tools, whatever we are using currently. We may take up a little more upgraded version with ICT integrated evaluation process. So, with immense pleasure and gratitude, I am welcoming our Honorable Pro Chancellor Academics, Colonel Dr. G. Thiruvasagam Sir, for his inaugural ceremony. Welcome, Sir. I take the privilege in welcoming our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. V. Rajendran Sir. Welcome, Sir. I have the privilege in welcoming our most respected Vice President Academics, Dr. Deepa Rajesh Ma'am, who acted as the backbone behind this FDP program. Welcome, ma'am. I am delighted to welcome our most respected Registrar, Dr. R. Muttalidan Sir, on his occasion. Welcome, sir. With immense pleasure and gratitude, I wholeheartedly welcome our guest speaker of the day, Dr. Kamal Khan Sharma, Professor and Associate Dean, Strategy and Planning, Chandigarh University from Chandigarh. Welcome you, sir. I take the pride and privilege in welcoming all the deans, HODs, faculty members from Amat University, and also participants from all the organizations across India. So I am welcoming you all once again. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So with this brief introduction, welcome you, sir, for the program, session speaker.
Thank you for the kind words. Thank you. Yeah.
Let me give some information about sir.
Yeah, please.
So, Dr. Kamal Khan Sharma, sir has a 16 years of teaching experience, along with 2 years of industrial experience. He has a, one second. He has published more than 115 research papers in international journals and also participated in 50 national and international conferences. And he has published 12 patents and he has published 11 books and 12 book chapters in internet, which along with international publishers, which is good publication. And he also acts as a resource person in several reputed institutions and also in the industries. With this brief introduction about sir, let me invite Kamal Khan Sharma sir to present this session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the kind words. I hope I'm audible and the PPT is shown. PPT is.
You are audible, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So before I start my session, I take a honor. It's my honor totally because it was invited by the university and I was in a meeting actually. So Lakshmi ma'am called me up and it was the FDP was totally a need of the hour. As we can see, the ICT in the outcome-based education, and nowadays the outcome-based education, because of OBE, is basically a very trending word, and everybody is looking forward for this OBE and how this can be accredited, what are the other stuff we can see. So we are basically looking for many things which can be integrated, and therefore we have to see that how these things can be done. So if I'm talking about certain other terminologies in the terms of research, in the terms of institution planning, in the terms of some kind of academic activities, so we can see that yes, these are the very much requirements. I'm also thankful to Chancellor Sir and thankful to Pro Chancellor Sir, actually Dr. Shri Devi, Dr. Lakshmi, and all the supporting staff and all the faculty, those have been attending this program. So before I start the session, let me just concentrate on the topic. Topic today, I just choose very conveniently, that is OBE accreditation NEP. I hope the other panelists, other participants are able to hear me out. And I want this session to be interactive session. So it's a request from all the participants that whenever they are feeling some kind of doubt, they can ask me and they can interrupt in between. So I joined this profession in the year 2004. Earlier I was in industry. I joined my career, started my career from the Tata Power. Then I come to education. So Whenever we are coming to the education, one thing should be very clear in the mind that whether we want to teach or whether we want to go for administrative position, or we want to go with both of things. So I'm in administration also and I'm teaching also. So when we talk about OBE, so it's a very high trending word, that is outcome based education. Today in a session we will talk about OBE, what is the accreditation values and how the national education policy, that is NEP, how it can be implemented, keeping in mind about the outcome based education. So in this particular session, we will talk about educational objectives, gratitude attributes, and program outcomes. So let's start now. If I talk about the OBE, you can see it is very much clear. I hope the PPT is moving on and you are able to see.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So outcome-based education, basically, as you can see, it's a process of involving the restructure the curriculum. So when I talk about curriculum, whether you are, having certain kind of subjects or the COs or POs or PEO or PSO. So we have to see the reporting practice in the education to reflect the achievement of the higher order learning, because nowadays it's just a Tucker in 2004. He said that yes, the course credits are very, very important. Before choosing, if you are in a BUS, Board of Studies, if you are in a RDC, Research Degree Committees, we have to see what kind of subjects we are going to inculcate, what kind of subjects we are going to teach the students, and what is the outcome we can expect from the students. That is very, very important. That is the real meaning of outcome-based education. How you restructure the curriculum, what are the assessment activities, what is the reporting practices, whether you are dealing with reflection coefficient or not. When I'm using this word, you can ask me, you can interrupt in between. So nowadays, reflection coefficient is very much in trending along with the OB, because when we talk about reflection, that means you are going to participate somewhere, and when you are going to participate somewhere, you see that what are the things you observed, and then you write a certain reflection in the terms of barrier, and then we can find out the reflection coefficient, that how much you understood, how much you carried out. Why outcome based accreditation? Nowadays, if you are aware of all the academicians, OB is, NBA accreditation, and we can say, or ABET. These are mandatory. Without NBA accreditation, your institution won't able to survive long, and any institution won't able to survive long, and any university. So we have to go with the accreditation. There are various accreditations, but yes, this NBA and ABET are very much important, we can see. So globalization, because nowadays, if some student is studying in India and want to go abroad, we have to see that how the curriculum mapping can be there. It is only possible whenever it is having a the credits are being accumulated, and we can see what are the learner competencies are there in the life learning. So the meaning is focused very much clear. Learning skill competencies enable individuals to cope with the demands, industry demands. It is indirectly connected with the placement also. So if you are looking for some electrical, see, I'm from the electrical engineering background, but if we are looking for some kind of placements, we have to see that whether we are giving a certain kind of curriculum, certain kind of mapping to the students so that they can excel, or we are just teaching the conventional things, right? I just want to mention over here, last year I was in Africa, and I was giving one kind of session over there, and one question was asked, sir, we should not teach conventional subjects? We can. But if we are teaching only induction motor, if we are teaching only DC motor, if we are only teaching about certain terminologies which already passed out, or the student can learn from the digital platforms. So what is the role of a teacher? We have to see whether AR, VR can be accommodated, whether we can collaborate certain kind of new techniques with the conventional techniques. The objective should be very clear that the student should learn something. So this accreditation criteria, you know very well, whenever we are going with any kind of accreditation criteria, especially OBE, we have to create vision and mission, then program outcome, PEO, then program curriculum, already discussed with you, then student performance, faculty contribution, and as well as faculty and technical support. So these are the 6 major criteria in which we have to take care of whenever we are going for accreditation, keeping in mind the outcome-based education. Because in the first 2 criteria, you can see we are talking about academic support units and teaching learning process only. But when we go little bit more, we are talking about student performance, and we are talking about institutional support, financial resources. It can be in the terms of research, it can be done in the terms of student performance, in the placements, okay, or you can talk about internships also. Nowadays, internship is very much in demand, and you can look for other industries which can be seen in your area, and you can, because I'm in strategy and planning also, so you can see certain companies, certain institutions, you can collaborate with them, you can see what can be seen, what can be got from that particular thing on the mutual basis. So this is how the OB graph moves on. Where first we have a OB, that is education, then we are talking about OBC, then outcome-based curriculum, then OBLT, learning and teaching, and then we talk about assessment. So assessment is very critical in this, how you assess, because in our university, if we talk about, we are talking about hybrid courses. So I hope any one of you heard about hybrid courses. Please be interactive. You can ask me. Can I ask?
Yes, sir.
Anybody heard about? Yeah. Anybody heard about hybrid courses?
Participants, you can raise your hands or you can put your questions or any answers in chat box also.
Yeah. Do you know? Can anybody heard about hybrid courses?
Some participants have said yes, sir.
Okay. So they can ask also if they are any kind of doubt, because when we talk about hybrid courses, it is a combination of theory plus practical. So when I say theory plus practical, that means, like, if I talk about digital electronics, say assume I'm talking about digital electronics. So when I'm talking about, yeah, very right, theory and laboratory blended, very right. Online plus offline, it's not hybrid courses, because when we talk about online and offline courses, we are having different terminology. Yes, this theory and laboratory blended courses can be taken as hybrid courses. But again, in the hybrid courses, can we go with assessment? Is the criteria is same, or can we do the criteria? Can we make a criteria different? Anybody, please, from the participants? The criteria has to be same. Or we can change the assessment criteria for the hybrid courses. Say assume in a conventional system, you're having internal is 40 and external is 60. Can we jumble our assessment criteria in the case of hybrid courses? Anybody, please? Yes. We cannot be. Both things are same. So we have to see whether it is flexible to us or not. Again, it depends upon the board of studies. That's why I asked you. But in the case of board of studies, you can see that whether these systems are being aligned to you or not. Because, okay, how many of you heard about ICA techniques? Anybody can? ICA. I for India, C for Canada, A for America. ICA techniques. Anybody from the participants? I want this session to be interactive. Otherwise, the speaker will come and they will tell about the PPT and read about the PPT, and you won't get anything. That's not a purpose of the FTP. So please tell me. Anybody heard about ICA? No. Okay. So see, we are having this technique very new. In fact, there are 30 to 33 techniques available, and it is implemented globally. They are very helpful. They are known as in-class assessment techniques or integrated class assessment techniques. So what actually might you are doing in the classroom, but you are not aware of? You are going in a class, you take not a quiz, you can take a quiz also, you can take a surprise test also, but you make a group of peers and then you ask them to solve one kind of problem, right? When they solve a problem, they come with a kind of certain kind of solution. Then you ask other student to solve or implement that kind of solution for that kind of problem. This is known as ICA technique, and you can give a weightage to these ICA techniques in your internal or external. This is ICA, right? So they're used globally. Many institutions are using this kind of techniques, and they're very helpful also in seeing that whether the students are learning the things or you are on a right path or not. Similarly, learning and teaching, this certain pedagogies can be different. Curriculum you can design automatically. Like in our university, we're talking about AR, VR. We are talking about disruptive technologies. So these technologies, these things need to be there because we have to see the accreditation and ultimately outcome-based accreditation, and we have to see the NBA also. Similarly, we are going for NAC also. So these things are very much required. So if you're clear about this OB, then you just see the industry. This is the process through which the OB framework is designed. So if I talk about say industrial organizations, or you can take an input from them, I just suggest In our university, we are having CAB, Corporate Advisory Board. So in this industry, people are coming over there. You take the inputs from them for a curriculum. These are all available on our university website. So you can take a feedback from them. They take them very seriously. Put their inputs in the curriculum. Approve from the board of studies. Then place it on the pre-BOS. We are having a one session of pre-BOS also. So these things can be done. Only objective in making this vision statement, PEO, CO. Anybody is aware about the PEO and CO, or PEO and PO? What is the relationship between PO and PEO? Anybody, please? The relationship between PO and PEO. Anybody from the participants? Anybody, please?
Program objectives.
Yes. What is the relationship between both of them? PO and PEO. One is program of the education objective, one is program outcome. What is the relationship between both of them? Is there any relationship? We will come to it in the PPT also. I will discuss, but just posing over here. PO architect after graduation. Okay. And what is then? What is PEO, Sunil?
Program education objective.
Okay. So there's a very deep relationship between both of them. PO basically out of 12, you can see we will come to it. And PEO is basically after graduation, what the student is going to deliver or going to obtain. So keeping in mind, we designed PEO. We will come to PSO also, that is program specific outcome, but they are a little bit different from that. So because that depends on the branch to branch. So we are having one vision, then EGA, or you can say EGA also, vision also, and then we have a PEO and CO. Improvements we can see the syllabus and the teaching methods, assessment tools. Assessment, it can be institutional assessment, it can be program assessment, it can be course assessment. Like in our university, we see after every semester, we see what is the feedback of the students for the faculty. We rate them out of 10. Students rate them actually, and not a directly, it's a not a what I can say, direct involvement of the faculty or the students. It is a blind kind of assessment, and the students rate on different questions. We design the questions. We designed according to the curriculum, so that we can see that whether the teacher is going in the right direction, or certain inputs to be given to the faculty, or the faculty need to be improved in certain areas. So how it is, the feedback is important for us. So this is the administrative system. You can for the OB you can have course coordinator, then you can have module coordinator if you are having multiple courses in a for a particular, like if I have a good number of students for a one course, then you can have a module coordinator, then program coordinator, program assessment committee. It is very much important. You can assess the program after 6 months. It will help you in admission also. You will be able to understand whether this course, whether this program, how many subjects we have to. This is how the system works. Then department advisory board, and then the IQAC. Naturally, it's a ultimate IQAC under the supervision of vice chancellor. So we are having this vision and vision statement. Certain vision statement I just shared out of curiosity. So these are the vision and vision statement. How many of you think these are correct statements? These are correct statements. Any participant? These are just a part. That they should be defined aspirations to remain focused. Language, no. These are not required in making vision statement. They should be very crisp, very clear. And whenever you're writing a vision statement of the department, it should be aligned with your institution vision and mission. Like we can see. So while formulating, brainstorming is very much required. SWOT. What do you mean by SWOT? Anybody, any further participant? What is SWOT analysis? So I want this session to be interactive. Please ask as many as questions you can, please. I would be more than happy.
Participants, kindly raise your hands if you want to talk, or otherwise you can put your questions and answers in chat box or Q&A also. So there is some answers, sir. Strength, weakness, opportunity, threat.
Is it only or something else? Okay, how you will find the threats? From where you will get these threats? Very interesting word, threat. But from where you will get this threat? The difference between something outside industry competitors. Okay, that is one also. But see, whenever you're talking about strength of any program or any institute, you have to see the weakness also. This strength minus weakness is nothing but opportunity, and whatever the things are not covered in opportunity, that are threat. So yes, outside competitors are very important. That's a threat also, but in the terms of admission, right? Right now we're talking about academics only. So in academics, how we can compete, whatever we want to give to the students, whether we are in a position to give, whether we are in the right way, or see, alumni will also help in this SWOT analysis, right? So we can see the challenges also. Threats are nothing but challenges. So what are the challenges before the institute? We have to see the strategic plan, 5-year plan normally, or 10-year plan. Normally 5-year plan is okay. So this is the one of the vision statement, as you can see, futuristic statement and institution as per the MBA document, right? So which proposes to move further towards the vision. So mission and vision basically. So this is how the mission is made. Mission can be in some bullet forms also. So mission is basically made to get your vision. So it is not opposite that vision is made and then mission is made. No, out of vision, you have to see what are the things you can see, take the keywords and then try to make a vision. It can be a little bit more also, it can be a little bit small also, doesn't matter, but it should be very crisp so that you're very clear what actually you want to do in which particular areas. Now we are coming over across PEO, as I told you very clearly, that whatever the students are able to get in a graduation, right? So basically POs are that they're expected to perform. So POs may be globally, may be localized, right? But the faculty members should be sit together and the stakeholders, the students, alumni, industry, and local employer also. In this particular uh, brainstorming, we can very much concentrate on PEO. Because right nowadays, PSO is separate stories, PSO is program specific outcome, but they are objective. So there is a difference between objective and outcome, you are very much clear. So, but basically what you want to inculcate. This is how the PEO and PO is interrelated, because PO is are 12 in number and PO are basically deals with COPO mapping we normally do. We don't do the COPO mapping. We can do this, but we don't do normally. We don't normally avoid. We normally do CO and PO mapping. So processes, again, the same for PU. We can take a feedback from the collecting data from the stakeholders. And what are the stakeholders? They are the students, they are the faculty, they are the alumni, and they are the other industry partners also. So it can be reviewed after 3 months, 6 months, depending upon your requirement. We can validate it when it is going to attain. You can revive it. You can do the continuous quality improvement also. Similarly, program outcomes we know very well. So this program outcomes are statements which guide. So you can see we have a target as per NBA. They are defined by the accreditation agencies and country. So MBA are different, having POs, and engineering are different POs. But yes, the starting point is same. They are looking for these starting points. First is engineering knowledge. It won't be in the MBA because right now we're talking about engineering program. So it is not in MBA, but it is in engineering knowledge. So apply the knowledge. Then problem analysis. You can keep it complex engineering. There's a keyword in problem analysis. Then design and development. I already keep the keywords in a red. You can see engineering problems, complex engineering problems. Conduct investigation. Now you can see. Okay, let me ask the participants. You're all are faculty. So just tell me how you can keep your PO2 with PO4. Anybody, please? Yes. PO2 and PO4. Anybody, please? With PO2 and PO4. Like have an example of mathematics. In a mathematics, can you club PO2 and PO4 together? Yes, please. Because we are having so much math faculty and they are very, they are doing, they are in applied engineering. I'm waiting for the participants. Please tell me because I want this session to be interactive. Again, I'm repeating. Otherwise, I can move further also. But the main objective is that you should get certain kind of things, whatever I did in my life or learn in my life. So I just want to communicate or just want to do it. Yes. Anybody? PO2 and PO4 for a mathematics. Screen is in front of you. Identify, formulate, and all these complex problems. Yes. Okay. So when I'm talking about engineering knowledge, we're talking about complex engineering problems, but problem analysis and the CE PO4 you cannot involve in mathematics. It is conduct investigation of complex problems. If any kind of experimental analysis is going on, you can keep it. Otherwise, the PO2 and PO4 has to be separate. So development of solution, you can go with the modern tool usage. Sometimes the faculty asks, how can we use PO5? You can go with a certain kind of softwares that can be modern tool usage. The engineering society, that is about your what I can say, ISR, CSR, then environmental sustainability, then ethics. Ethics you can talk in UHB, you can talk in some kind of subject which is having some basic knowledge of sociology and all this. So individual and teamwork, you can give the project to keep this individual and teamwork PO. The communication, you can add the communication skill. So all the POs, in short, lifelong learning project management, all the POs can be clubbed together for a particular course. Now we are going towards program specific outcome. These are PSOs. You can see able to analyze design building structures. It is just for the civil engineering or chemical computer science engineering. But PSO has to be specific, has to be very specific for a particular branch. You cannot deviate from a certain topic. Because once you deviate, you start deviating from a certain topic, the PSO are not reliable. Because we ultimately we have to see how the PEO, because PEO is basically inculcating certain kind of information, certain kind of skills to a student, so that after 5 years of its graduation, after 3 years of its graduation, something relevant, something conducive can be obtained. But when I'm talking about PSO, it is program specific outcome. We cannot go further into it. So this should be specific, and PO PSO should be aligned with a particular nature. Course outcome at the last in the NBA, we know that very well. So in program course outcome, we're talking about three things only: knowledge, skills, and attitude. These three things we need to inculcate in course outcome. While writing course outcome, we have to see it can be 2 in number, it can be 3 number, it can be 5 in number, but we normally concise to 5. More than 5, it's not conducive enough. Otherwise, it is just a writing skill. Keep it 3, keep it 2. Okay, but keep it very relevant so that we can see, because every course is having a different course outcome. So we have to see very clearly whether they are specific, whether they are attained, POs are attained or not. So can I ask to the faculty, to the participants, what is the minimum criteria for the PO to be mapped, or PO to be attained? What should the minimum value for POs to be attained? If any of the organization is going through NBA, they might be aware of. Can I ask? Yes, please. See, I don't want to keep this a lecture only. Like we are going to the class and the students are listening to us, and you're also listening to me. Some kind of constructive output, yeah. Okay, one. Yes, please. Only one. Yes. Minimum one. Okay. Anybody else? One. Okay. See, we have to keep 40%. 40%. It can be less than 40%, but then you have to see whether you're going for 40, 60, 70, or 40, 60, or 80, or 50, or 70, or 90. That totally depends what's your criteria for the NBA, how you're going to assess it. Fine, good. So one can be there, but still you can see what percentage you want to decide. Say you design one course curriculum, and after 2 years you want to review. After 3 years you want to review. So automatically you will see, if I achieve 40, next year I will go with 50, then next year I will go with 55, then 60, then 65 in a periodic manner or in a review manner. That totally depends upon institution to institution. So we cannot imbibe all this, but yes, these things are you can keep that. Okay, So writing a COs, we can see that these five things we are writing over here, and all are understanding. I hope you're aware about Bloom's taxonomy. So we cover all the 5 criteria. Like you can see that this is Bloom taxonomy. So we are talking about remembering, then understanding, then applying, then analyzing, then evaluating, and then creating. So it's a request from my side that whenever I just retrieve from over here, you can check this link. So whenever you're talking about Bloom's taxonomy, it's a request from my side as a faculty also that whenever you're writing a COs, try to keep this upper three levels of Bloom's taxonomy in your COs. Remembering, fine, you want to keep it, you can keep it, but understanding, applying, at least evaluating or analyzing should be there in your COs. Because see, ultimately, how remembering and understanding won't work. Like in our university, we also keep a question paper accordingly to the COs, and it help us to prepare a student for a good placements. Otherwise, we won't able to find out that yes, whether we are going in the right direction or not. So remember, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, creating. I'm not saying that every CEO should have, but yes, evaluating, at least analyzing or applying can be there in a COs itself. So while preparing COs as a faculty, before it is going to some kind of BOS or pre-BOS, we can do certain kind of brainstorming that will help us out. And we can, because once the COs are designed, it can be reviewed again, but once it is done in a perfect order, it will be very helpful for the next faculty. Like if assume I'm teaching a subject of digital electronics, and next year some other faculty will teach that this digital electronics. But if the COs are designed properly, the other faculty who is coming to teach digital electronics, he or she will be more, more familiar or more clear what he or she has to teach, right? So it's a request from my side. Whenever you're going to create a COs, please take care of this. So we know very well Bloom's taxonomy. So K1, K2, as you can see, program outcome K3, K4, and K5. They can be aligned with your program outcome. Also apply knowledge and problem analysis and design and development of solution. This can be done. And you can see first, second, and third. Just an example, first, second, and third PO are been aligned with the three higher levels of Bloom's taxonomy, that is apply, analyze, and evaluate. I hope I hope till this point everything is clear and I'm audible properly. You're getting the things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So when I'm talking about a course outcome, it can be broken down also. Now, when I'm talking about broken down, you can use an action word. When I'm saying action word, that means, see, like have an example of CO, you're making an understanding, you're using some kind of apply word understanding, but it's not specified to your program or a course. Then you have to be very specific that how this learning statement will evaluate the performance also, or how we can see the performance of a student through this CO. So like we can say we can use this action words: compile, identify, create, plan, revise, analyze, design, compute, discuss, apply, demonstrate. These certain kind of examples. You can use these good action words in your course outcome statement. Instead of define, instead of write, these are not action words. Okay, so we have to see while writing COs, just try to see, in certain areas you won't be able to write outline, evaluate, critic. In numerical, yes, you can use these action words, but in COs, try to go more crisp to the course outcome so that they can be designed easily. Now you can see the course outcome, apply laws of six, action verb, learning statements, test and deformation. The second example is analyze the structure elements of different force system. And you can compute defined parameters. You can go with this PO2. Design compression element, it is for civil. Conduct experiment to validate physical behavior materials components. Again, for the physics also, for the mechanical and for the civil engineering also. Even for the electrical electronics engineering also. Prepare laboratory reports. This is very simple. So you can go with a P10 because you have 12 PO, so you can go with a P10 also. So this is how you can use the action verb and your learning statements. So drag tools you can use for the assessment. What are the drag tools? You know very well. You can go the test, assignments, and the lab seminar. So it's a request again for assignments, don't give the questions like from 1 to 10, or you're giving 3 questions and every class is getting the same questions. Try to give 5 questions and make a group so that the student might have having a habit of copying. You can avoid it, right? You can give a 3 questions, and out of these 3 questions, you can give to the peer, and these 3 students will interact with them, interact with each other, and they will come with a unique solution. They can come with a unique solution, or whether they won't come with a unique solution, at least the teamwork would be developed. So you can see this assignment same. The LAM seminar is just a projects. Interact tools we know very well. We can go with the program statistics, survey, faculty survey, exit survey, course and survey. These are certain surveys which are the interact tools. Again, CO-PO relationship, each CO can be identified to a subset of POs. When I'm saying to address a subset of POs, that it's not necessary that only one PO is met with the COs. Multiple POs can be addressed with the CO. And you have to see how you can increase the mapping strength. You can keep from 1 to 3. 0 should not be there. Okay, 1 to 3. So 1 is like minimal. Then you can move to 3 also. So on this basis, you can make a PO-CO matrix also. That will help you out. You can see one example I shared over here. The structure is there. You can say 3, and how the mapping is done. You can see the PO11 is 2 also. 1 is also there in the case of quality serving and costing. So many POs can be left behind also. But try that every PO should be aligned with the CO of a particular subject, so that it can be uniform and you will be able to identify in what particular field you are lacking, right? So this can be done. So CO attainment, I was talking about CO attainment and CO assessment also. So this assessment should be aligned with the COs. One thing is very clear. Question paper should be set to assess all the COs, at least a maximum of COs, if not all, maximum of COs. Average marks should be include CO attainment. Instructor can set the targets for his or her course before the course, before going to teach the course. So before making course well for the course, the instructor can set a target at okay, the 40, 50, 60, whatever. This attainment gaps can be identified, and then the new when the faculty will come, next time to teach a class of a certain number, say 70 or 60, it will be more clear that these were the gaps and these were the gaps I have to fulfill. I hope this is clear. Please, anybody? Because this was all about OBE and COPO mapping. So any question you are having, you can ask me right now. Please. Otherwise, we will move to the NEP roadmap or NEP implementation. That is a key for today's success, national education policy. Yes. Anybody want to ask any kind of question? I would be more than happy to answer. Otherwise, I will start with my another, that is NEP implementation plan, because right now we're talking about NEP. Every institute is talking about NEP, but what is NEP? We will talk about it. Yes. Any kind of idea, any kind of suggestion you want to give, that okay, this you are doing in your institution, so any other participant can take a from help from your side, and you can suggest him or her. You can write in the chat box, or you can raise your hand, please. I can see 232 participants are there, so you can ask, because OBE is a one part of NEP. NEP is not coming from somewhere else. It is just clubbing 2-3 parameters, 2-3 paradigms, and we are only considering, we are collecting all these things together, and then the NEP is designed. Yes. Anybody? Or should I move forward to NEP?
Sir, one person have raised their hand. Name is Neelima. So Neelima, you can able to talk now. You can speak.
Yes, Neelima, please.
Neelima, you can talk now. I given the permission. She's not talking, sir.
Okay. So in the last, I will share my number also, and I will share my email ID also. So if you want to ask anything, I'll be more than happy to answer. Right? So because see, I believe as a faculty, if you're not motivating your students to file a patent or file for copyright for some kind of IPR, don't take otherwise. But faculty's role is not only to teach. Teach, yes, It's a primary role, but in addition to this, you should motivate the students. You should go for administration if you want to, right? You can motivate the students to file IPR, to do certain work which is unique. You can go for a research also. These are the certain kind of things which you can see, right? Okay, fine. So we will go to the NEP implementation roadmap now. So what is NEP? Anybody can from the participant can let me know what is NEP, National Education Policy. What is that targeting? Yes, there are various clauses in the NEP. So I mentioned over there, there are only three. One is NEP clause number 10. All the clauses are in front of you, but I will only target three clauses right now. One is institution restructuring and consolidation. That is one. Clause 18, transforming the regulatory system of higher education, and NEP clause 19, effective governance and leadership of higher education institutions. All other things in certain areas, if I talk about NEP clause 15, that is teacher education, or NEP clause 16, reimagining vocational education or catalyzing quality academic research, we already know that every faculty is doing all these things. But three clauses are very, very important. That if we're talking about institution restructuring, we're talking about hierarchy, or we're talking about certain organogram of the institution, or the organogram of certain university, it can be college also. We have to see, we have to make every person accountable so that we can see where the outcome is lying down, or whether the outcome is coming, and we can make it more profitable or more conducive. Similarly, NEP clause 18, it talks about the regulatory system of higher education. That means they're talking about degree or diploma courses, multiple entry, multiple exit system. They're talking about multidisciplinary courses. They're talking about hybrid courses, what we are talking about 3 plus theory. Similarly, effective governance and leadership, that you know very well, HOD, deputy HOD, or dean, associate dean, assistant dean. So these kind of things we can take care of for the higher education institution. So what was the vision of NEP? NEP is very clear, globally recognized as a multidisciplinary institution. When I say multidisciplinary, we should not target only engineering. We can go towards management also. Nowadays, you can see many colleges, many universities are opening, and they are having a multidisciplinary courses. But we are talking about over not courses. We are talking about multidisciplinary institution. Multidisciplinary courses can be included in one program, right? So we can get a prestigious international national accreditations. ABET is now a key ranking and rating. We might you heard about all the participants that we are going towards grading system now. Status of IOE. So I'm a little bit interested to know how many of you know about IOE, please. IOE. IOE. Yes. Anybody? No? IOE. Yes. No? Search it for the Google also. Yes. No, no, it's not Internet of Everything. It is something else. We're talking about for the higher education. Yes. Yes. IOE. We are in academics. We should know, I think, all this terms, terminology. Yes. IOE, Institute of Eminence. Good. Good, good. So how many Institute of IOEs we are having in India? How many IOEs we are having in India? You can search on Google. VIT. Only one? VIT. You're perfectly right. VIT is one. But how many? How many we are having in India right now? 20. Okay. And how many private? How many government? Yes, please. How many government? 8 government. And rest are private. That means private institutions are doing good. 4 private. So that total 12. Somebody was saying 20. So what about other 8? Yes. Or we are only having a 12. 88. Okay, three private. Okay. So very well. Instead of eminence, yes, you're very right. So I hope now you're getting interest in NEP. You're not getting interest in this OBE. But let me know. Let me tell you. If you see the last vision of the NEP, it is all about OBE. So ultimately, we have to go towards OBE. But yes, instead of eminence, we are having right now in India, we are having 14, and out of 14, 8 are private and rest are government. So if I talk about private and government, that's another story. But we have to see that the private institutions are more flexible. They can go towards CBC, as we will talk about in this PPT, about CBS, CBCS, and uh, the other flexible learning and ICA techniques and other things. But yes, IOE is very important. That is a vision of NEP. You can see from the preamble, and holistic development for the students and alumni, and imparting cognitive and learning outcomes from OB. So last vision is OB. So what is the areas of implementation? We can go with the curriculum development. We can. How many of you are very active in MOOCs? If I ask for the passive participant, how many of you are aware about MOOC? What is MOOCs? Yes. What are MOOCs? Open courseware. Fine. So what is the difference between courseware and masterware? Yes. Yes. No. Okay. So moves are very, nowadays very trending right now, and we are having massive open online courses. So we are talking about since different curriculum development. You can go with the MOOCs also. You can have some UHB courses. You can even having a disrupted courses. So this curriculum development can be developed. Then teaching learning process. We're talking about pedagogy and evaluation. So again, this can be also done pedagogy and evaluation. So different kind of different techniques you can take. It can be different from different kind of courses. It is not necessary to keep one uniform kind of pedagogy for every kind of course. It can be different. Evaluation can be also different. It can be flexible evaluation. In our university, we are offering different flexible evaluation. Even we are allowing the faculty to decide what kind of pedagogy they want to use, and they can use it, because ultimately we are looking for outcome only. So outcome is very, very important, right? Otherwise, if we are going to through conventional kind of system and the outcome is not coming, that there is no use of conventional kind of system, we have to change it accordingly. So examination, content, conduct, and compilation. This is how the combination forms can be set out, and this is one part of NEP. Then hand holding with partner institution industries, collaborations, ITP. What is ITP? Can anybody tell me about this ITP? Yes. One answer is given, I guess. Let me see. Okay, no. Yes, tell me, what is ITP? I for India, T for Turkey. Yes, ITP. Peace program. What is I? What is T? Please tell me. What is I? What is T? I was thinking that you are taking interest in NEP. Yes, International Teacher Program. No, it is not International Teacher Program. It is something else. Yes. International is right. What program is right? T is not. Transmission. No. No, it is not even transmission. Yes. International is okay. Peace program is okay. What is T? Yes. Okay, let me give a hint. It's not for the faculty. It is for the students. Now, can anybody tell me? It is not transition even. Yes. Training. You're very near, but it's not training. Okay. Technical. No, no, it's not technical even. Yes. It is related with the MOU. That's why it is written with the MOU. So Memorandum of Understanding. So what is ITP? International Transfer Program. So it can be 2+2, it can be 1, it can be 1+3, it can be 3+1. 3+1 very is rare. We can normally target 1+1 or in MTech program, or 2+2 or 3+1. So yes, Indian Transfer Program. So let me see these things. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. The Internet Transfer Program. Sorry for the interruption. So Internet Transfer Program and MOU, that is Memorandum of Understanding. So career progression of student, you can check out placement and entrepreneurship. So how they are targeting 40, 60, 80. Culture diversity, we are talking about internalization. Yes, very right. Yeah. No, it is not individual transition plan. No, it is not like this. Okay, so we are having entrepreneurship, culture diversity can be seen in internalization. So beyond curriculum activities, credit-based approach, we can talk about. We can this is the basic areas of implementation where you can work. You can go with the certification. You can have internships. You can tell the student to go for internship. You can go with certification. Different certifications can be achieved by the faculty, by the student. So this can be done. Now you can see implementation focus, student-centric approach, where we're talking about CBCS, choice-based credit system. It is very much there in our university. Curriculum flexibility, as I already told you, the faculty can select different kind of pedagogy, different kind of evaluation. Then modular curriculum, yes, that is very new. What is modular curriculum? Can anybody tell me what is modular curriculum? Yes, modular curriculum, MODULAR. You can see in front of the screen. Modular curriculum. Okay, let me see. Somebody is saying something. Okay, fine. Inter-transfer program, that's totally okay. Observe, but what is modular curriculum? Yes, modular curriculum. I guess it's a new word for all of you. Flexible. Yes, Lakshmi, very right. Flexible, but it's a different one. Modular. Modular means we keep a module in which 3-5 courses are be taken out, and we align them accordingly. Yes, we align them accordingly, and then one particular course can be taught. Like you're having unit 1, unit 2, unit 3. Instead of this, we are having module 1, module 2, module 3, and then we what is the beauty of this modular program? Every unit is independent of each other. When I say independent of each other, it is not necessarily unit 1. When unit 1 is covered, then outcome of unit 1 is in unit 2, and unit 2 outcome is unit 3. No, they can be independent of each other, but yes, they should be aligned like this. That should be cover one course. That is modular curriculum. Then skill-based learning we are talking about. What is skill-based learning? Certain skills can be identified for the particular course, particular program, and then you can teach. You can inculcate those things in a skill-based learning. Holistic development, it's very right. Holistic development, we can see about holistic development, how the whole development, like we are considering extracurricular activities, co-curricular activities, and you'll be surprised to know in our university we are giving credits for this extracurricular co-curricular activities to the students. This will help them to get a growth, a positive growth, and because this is very much required whenever they are in extracurricular co-curricular activities, their personality would be enhanced. They would come to meet many various people. They will come across various kind of cultures, various kind of programs they will come across, and how they will learn. So, only objective is learning. So developing capability of institution aligned with aspirations, that is something we have to develop a capability of institution. If I talk about capability of institution, we are talking about yeah, we are talking about yeah, very right, technical consultancy. Like if in my department, I am from electrical department, but right now I'm taking care of administration also. So in my department, there are 8 professors, and every professor is having different kind of skill set. So I will see what the professor can deliver. So I will decide and make my capability document of that particular department or in general of institution. So this examination is forms we can take formative or summative assessment, then internalization, then multiple entry, multiple exit. This is very key of the NEP, right? What is this multiple entry, multiple exit? If anybody can tell me from the participants, what is this multiple entry, multiple exit? Yes. Might be the words I'm using are new to you. If they are new to you, you can reply in the chat box. Yes. Multiple entry, multiple exit. Anybody can? Yes. Yes, please, please. Yes, please. Anybody? No, no. It's little bit different, Nina. Like not entry in other course. Have an example, Nina, that some student is in engineering, right? Okay. So some student is in engineering after diploma. He come to a degree program. So when he come to a degree program, he's not in a position to pay the fee, and he is not able to pursue his course, his or her course. So after 1 year, he can discontinue. After 3 years, like that's the same thing. It's in abroad also. So we are doing this in our university. We started this multiple entry, multiple exit option. So after 2 years, he can come after 6, 7 years, and he can pursue his course whenever he's okay to feel that, and we will give him a degree or diploma. But provided its credit bank should be there. Now, what is credit bank? Another word that I'm talking about, credit bank. This is credit bank is a national repository. Yeah, it's a national repository, and we can he can learn in any other university, provided the credit should be met. The student centering approach, you can see we are talking about not STEM now, we are talking about STEAM. Anybody can, earlier it was STEAM, now it is STEM. Can anybody tell me what is STEAM? Yes. STEM is science, technology, engineering, management. But can anybody tell me what is STEAM? Nowadays it is very much in demand. STEAM. Yes. Yes. Anybody? Somebody reply in the chat box. Digital platform. It can be, but when we're talking about STEAM, it is science, technology, engineering, but applied mathematics. We're targeting not mathematics only. We're targeting applied mathematics, or in general, we're talking about science only. So you can capability, you can make a student portfolio, you can match the aspiration with capabilities, you can go with the career planning. These courses we already introduced in university, general proficiency, this club activities, open electives. So these are the part of our curriculum only, and these courses are having a credits also. So in this way, you can make a student-centric approach. This is very critical. So you can go with the curriculum flexibility, CBS, choice-based credit system, as I told you, evaluation, UG program, ICA technique, general proficiency, some seminars, study mode, basket expanded, RBL program, research-based credit. So these are very much in demand, and you can make this curriculum very interesting for the student. Curriculum will be the career planning, module-based curriculum. As I told you, what is module? MOOC recommended to at least 20% of the curriculum mandatory. You can make it, and we already made it in the university. So MOOC can be developed from the university itself. How many of you are involved in making the MOOC courses, which can be visible to other students also? How many of you made these MOOC programs? Anybody, please? Anybody who made this program for the students, like for NPTEL, for Coursera, for EDS? How many? Any participant who made this? Yes, please. I'm waiting. Yes, participants, you're good in number. You can ask me the questions. Now I am asking the questions, in fact. Yes, tell me. Any kind of move? Not yet. Okay. So you can try it. See, Lakshmi ma'am gave my introduction. So I am an administrator as well as in teaching also. So you can check out from the out of 12 patents, I'm getting a royalty from my 3 patents. And when I'm talking about research papers, it is not only my research paper, it is from the BTech students, these students' research paper also, those published in SCI. So you have to see what kind of work the students are doing. You just have to give them a direction, a right direction. The rest of the things can be managed. They are the byproducts. So you have to see the module involvement industry percent is agent faculty MOOC. They can be developed in the university itself. I developed 3 MOOC courses. So skill-based learning, imparting every skill set every semester, identify what kind of skill you want to impart, and make a curriculum accordingly. First of all, the major part is identification of skill. You have to see, because every skill cannot be imparted to every student. You have to see. For that, you have to make a student portfolio. So what kind of student it is, what kind of requirement he is having. He is having good less number in mathematics. You cannot teach him machine learning straight away. You have to see. Okay. Similarly, the student is having good in physics or good in chemistry or good in some analytics. You can give him a right direction for coding, right? So right nowadays we're talking about LC, lead code. So these things are very, very important. This was the mapping of skills, multiple entry and multiple exit, like your certificate, your diploma, advanced diploma, research, PhD after level 4. You can decide certain levels. Holistic development. So when I talk about holistic development, I deliberately keep this develop separate and meant separate. So development is not one word. You have to see how the holistic development can be done. It can be done through the platforms, clubs, chapters, certain IEEE chapter. I was seeing that you are having some chapters also, IEEE or IST chapters. But some of the chapters can be taken out, ASME and other. So the course is minimum 2-3 credits per year. Develop a capability of institution. That is very, very important. You have to see how many professors you are having, what is the capability development of the programs you can see. Then you can see what is the faculty and student portfolio, because not only student portfolio is important, faculty portfolio is also important. Because see, if you're having electrical electronics engineering, or if you're having some kind of engineering, say computer engineering, and you are all the faculty are having coding techniques, so they are very good in coding, there is no point, right? Why we are talking about student faculty portfolio? Because faculty portfolio will decide diversity of your university or your institution, and will see what different kind of faculty you are having. If all the faculty are in the one direction, it won't work. It is not conducive. So you have to develop, you have to impart the skills to the faculty also. A new word is again coming into the market: upskilling and reskilling, right? So you have to see how it can be used in your scenario. So research and certification, nodal center of higher education learning, center excellence in interdisciplinary and specialized techniques. Internalization, you know very well, as I already told you, ITP, International Transfer Program, ranking, rating, cultural exchange, interdisciplinary, seamless transition between partner university. It is all about MOU, right? So you can go with this MOU also. You have to see in which particular university, when you are having a MOU, how it will work. You have to decide. You have to decide. You have to find out. You have to identify the areas of the collaboration. Don't go for MOU like this. Decide an area first, and then file an MOU and find its get its outcome also after certain year. Certificate, diploma, advanced diploma, bachelor degree, integrated master, this kind of some kind of entries you can do with a multiple entry, multiple exit program. This is University Credit Bank, as I was talking about, right? So now one major thing we started, pre-earned credit program. Now how it will work? Many of the students will come to the university, and the basic skills are not there. Say, assume some student is not coming from certain area where the English is not prominent and he is lacking in English communication skill. So before joining a university, we can teach him, right? And when we teach him, we teach him or her, so we can give certain kind of confidence to him or her, or in another way we can enrich him, right? So this is pre-earned credit program. The credits can be given. Then curriculum credits we know very well. Then we are having ITP, internship transfer program, already discussed with you. Research degree, if you want to give a research degree, it was already going on in the IITs very well. So we can go with the research degree along with general proficiency and employability advanced courses. Like in fourth degree, in your 8th semester, or in your say in architecture, we can give this employability enhanced program, EEC. UGC also approved it. Then we are having a MOOC and certifications. Then we have beyond curricular activities, community service, and in NGO outreach activities. This can be done. It will make you very clear with the design characteristics for the MEP. So this is how I just want to concentrate on MEP, OB, and the accreditation. So if you are, I hope I make you very aware of the new terms, what is going on in the education, and how we can enrich our students, with good amount of education, good amount of skills, and how we can go forward. And see any kind of doubts, I am over here, associate dean.vc office at cumil.in. You can take my number from the organizers. This is my email ID. So any kind of doubt, any kind of clarification that you want, you can ask that to me. This is all from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So participants, if you want to raise the questions, you can raise your hands, or else you can put your questions in chat box.
Question is there. Okay. My only objective of this, because whenever the ma'am approached me, my only objective was that I should, whatever I'm going through or what I did. Okay. So how it is a PO for PG course, PG program. See, it is, the thing is, for the PG program, you have to be very clear. Like in electrical engineering, if say you are offering masters in power electronics, in power system, or in solar technologies, so every PSO would be different. And for this PSO, you have to see if these are program specific outcome, right? Then what should be your CO? PO is already there for PG program. CO you have to design accordingly. Your PEO and PSO will be designed. But for PG program, I would suggest make your PSO first, right, and then go to your CO. I hope I answered your question. Okay, how many POs? POs are already designed by the NBA. You can design your COs. Right, 12 COs, 12 COs for your UG program. Sorry, 12 POs are for UG program. COs you can decide, you can keep it 2, you can keep it 3. Right? Yes. Any other question, please?
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
First of all, thank you for your kind words and enlightened session, sir. I am Dr. Rachna Beragi from Indore, MP. Sir, my question is that, I'm associated with the engineering college, IPS Academy Indore, and it is NBA accredited. So when we design the CO, and we being in the domain of humanities, we are facing problem linking it with the PO's program outcome of the technical domain. So when we map, we hardly get the levels like high, medium, and lower HML. And one more problem we are getting, like how we can justify and achieve the levels as compared to the technical domain COPO mapping. Can you suggest some resolution for that, sir? Any suggestion how we can meet with the expectation as compared to the technical domain?
Thank you, Dr. Rachna, for a question. There are various solutions to that. You can customize it. See, whenever if you see POs very clearly, they are not associated with any kind of engineering domain or non-engineering domain. They are in general. But yes, you can customize your course accordingly. When I'm saying course accordingly, say have an example, in engineering, we don't have any kind of this PO10 and PO12, or you can say PO9. They cannot be associated. But what we did, we introduced UHV, Universal Human Values. We introduced general proficiency courses, right? Similarly, if you are from humanities, so or anybody from non-engineering background, they have to see, can you make some kind of module in a particular course in unit 1, unit 2, unit 3 in such a way that certain outcome can be seen. Now when I'm saying certain outcome, it's not necessarily that it is a complex problem. Take a problem from the industry, work it out, given consultancy, try to involve other more students from a particular class to solve a particular problem under the banner of consultancy, and then you can file an IPR, a copyright or a trademark that would also target your CO with a particular PO. So it is not necessarily that you have to only concentrate on our engineering or non-engineering domain, just try to see that what PO is meant for and how you can customize the course. I hope I answered your question, Dr. Archana. Dr. Archana, sorry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got it, sir.
Yeah. So you can customize your course accordingly. Don't go with the name of the course, because name of the course won't give you a clear picture. You can make certain modules in a course accordingly, like internship, like IPR, or involve the students in a peer that you can see ICA techniques is there. So you can make certain kind of ICA or use certain kind of ICA technique. In that particular ICA technique, you can club these kind of activities accordingly so that your PO can be matched. And not necessarily every time the PO has to be matched. It is possible that out of 12, 8 or 6 can be matched, and rest of them can be matched with other subject also. But try to map all the POs. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Yes. Any other question, please? Any other one?
So participants are having any queries, you can raise your hands.
I would be available. I can share my number over. You can take on the organizers. So you can ask me any question whenever if you're not feeling comfortable right now, you can ask me the question later on also. I would be more than happy to collaborate, even to work in collaboration, right? So, but because I am in a profession due to my interest only. I still remember when I was in my IIT, and when I was over there. So my director told me the engineer is the creator and destroyer of history. So still these words are yeah, you can, okay, that's why you can message me up, or I can mention my number over here. Okay, I'm mentioning my number over here. So I think that if the students are not getting this is my number. So you can see the only concern is that I think that whenever if you're teaching the students and you're not able to get in certain kind of IPR, or you're not in a position to motivate the student, then it is not worth. Okay. So yeah.
That is Madhvi Soni.
Yes.
You can speak, Madhvi.
Yes, Madhvi, you want to ask something?
I think you have unmuted. You can speak, Madhvi.
Sorry, I'm not able to hear you, Madhvi.
I think she wrongly.
Okay. So I would be more than happy to help you all if I'm able to. Otherwise, I'm still learning, right? So everybody is learning. So you can ask me any questions you can. Otherwise, I already shared my number, right? You can contact me on the number also. This is my WhatsApp number, and official number, and personal number all.
So participants are having any queries, you can raise your hands. So I think there is no question, sir, from participant side.
No issue. No issue.
Wind up, sir.
Okay. Yeah. We can wind up.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable speech on OBE accreditation and national education policy implementation, and then importance of outcome-based education for outcome-based accreditation, its framework and criteria of OBE. So thank you once again, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Welcome. If it's possible, can you send me the recording of the same, if possible?
Okay, sir. I will send you, sir. I will.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So participants will be sharing the feedback link in the chat box. So kindly fill the form. We have shared the feedback link, so kindly fill the form. Will not be sharing the feedback link in any other way. So kindly use this Zoom itself.